Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm just going to show you real quick my tomato plants and how we're doing so far. These right here in front of me are the Homestead Reds, or Red Homestead, whatever you want to call them. But there are little tomatoes on there already, and obviously blooms, and there's little tomatoes right there. Right next to it is another Homestead Red. There's little tomatoes in there also. So it is doing fantastic. These Homestead Red tomato bushes, they're very vigorous. Very vigorous. So yeah, they're looking wonderful. And obviously I didn't cut none of those suckers off. I want those suckers to come on out and give me all the tomatoes they want to give me. All right, over here we got the Roma. It's the Roma tomato. All right, it's looking pretty dang good. We got some maters in there. It's looking pretty good. It has a sister right over here. And she is growing tomatoes as well. We'll see that more on the other side. Come over here, this is the Floridades. These two in the middle are Floridade tomatoes. They are as vigorous as the Homestead Reds, which kind of makes sense because they're both bred here in Florida. So it makes sense that they would do pretty darn well in our heat. But we got little tomatoes down in there. Got a cluster up in there. I can't really get in there, but I can kind of see it. Yeah, you said a little bit of cluster in there. So that is growing good. And then third in the line, we have this red snapper. The red snappers I've been growing for the past 2 or 3 years. The bushes aren't quite as vigorous as the Florida ones. They ain't as tall and as vigorous, but they're blooming all over. Blooming all over. They got little bitty blooms, so I'm happy with that. I think next time I'll put them out a little bit sooner, a little bit earlier actually. I was a little late on my tomatoes, and that's a good thing about this Floridade and that Homestead over there. It don't matter if it's 90 or 100 degrees, it's going to put out a tomato. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And then over here is the other Roma I was trying to show you. Got some there, got some nice ones right down there. So yeah, looking pretty good. Now these are all the determinate tomatoes I got. So each one of these are determinants. They're only grow so tall. And speaking of that, actually, one thing I did want to talk about is determinate tomatoes. That Roma tomato, they say it only gets 3 foot tall. It'll be 4 foot, 5 foot before it's done. The Homestead Red, they say it gets 4 foot tall. No, it don't stop growing. Actually, I've never had it not stop growing. It gets 6, 7 foot tall. The Floridades I haven't never grew before this time, but I can tell you right now from the growth of it, yeah, they're gonna go over 4 foot tall. Same with the red snappers. They claim they stay short. They do not. I had a red snapper that was 8 foot tall. They will not stop growing. So when people tell you that, I would kind of take that with a grain of salt. I think it depends on where you're growing, what tomato you're growing. Would depend on that. But yeah, and determinants don't just automatically stop at 3 or 4 foot tall like everybody wants you to believe. That don't happen. So, all right, unless they're just not feeding them well. I don't know. Okay, over here is the indeterminate crowd. These first two right here. These first two are the Florida beefsteak. Got it from a lady here in Florida. They get massive beefsteaks. These, I don't know. I don't think these are the latest come out with blooms and stuff, to be honest with you, out of the group. It's kind of interesting. So I don't know if there's a tomato on those yet. It's dropped a lot just because it's been in the 90s here and there. But all right, over here we got the Cherokee Carbon. Everybody loves to grow the Cherokee Purple. Well, this is the Cherokee Purple mixed with a carbon tomato, which will make it less cracky, and just the plant will be way more suitable and will grow better than the Cherokee Purple. The fruit looks basically the same. It looks the same. It's just the fruit isn't as cracky. Over here, now this is wow. This is an amazing bush. This is the Turkey Creek. Now the Turkey Creek grow some super massive tomatoes. I mean, it's gonna grow tomatoes that are way bigger than my fist. I mean, last year I grew one that was about as big as two of my fists. And so yeah, this is my second time trying to grow to Turkey Creek, and it's honestly putting out way more than any of the other indeterminates. The Cherokee Carver may almost catch up with it, but look at this thing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's loaded. Now, over here, this is cherry tomato bill. Look at this fancy little thing I made. Basically, what I want to do is I'm trying to keep these cherry tomatoes all in this bed. You know, they're going to hang out and they're going to crawl over, but I want to keep them mostly contained in here. So I'm just going to wrap this jute around it. But to keep this bamboo frame solid, I just drilled holes in the bamboo and put some little smaller bamboo in there. That way this frame, even though I tighten on those strings, you know, it's not going to get loose. It's going to stay together. It's going to stay a frame. And then as they get taller, I will add more lines. But what we got here is these first two. These first two are sun gold tomatoes. Sun gold's my first time growing sun gold. I just, you know, I've never been into the super sweet ones, but we're gonna give it a go this time. The ones in the middle, these two beauties in the middle, these are Everglades tomatoes, and they got little bitty tomatoes, all of them. But yeah, so these two are little Everglades tomatoes, little concurrents, if you will. Over here, these two on the back end are actually egg yolk tomatoes. Egg yolk is, you know, obviously another cherry tomato, but they will turn a nice egg yolk looking color, a nice yellow. So I can't wait on that. They've been growing. I have been watching these. I've never grown these either, so I'm waiting on that to see what we got going on. But that's where we're at right now. Everything's growing pretty good. I've been snipping off little disease leaves here and there. I'm trying to spray my neem oil at least once a week on these. I do it before that sun ever even comes out. I don't like to spray anything that I'm not trying to get off my plants. So yeah, so the disease and the disease and the pests have been kind of at bay because I've been a little more steady on it. Here and there you get a leaf miner in there. Where you at? Like right here? Yeah. You get a little leaf miner in there from time to time. Some of these got little leaf miners in the end, but after they snacked on it once, they don't come back. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Everything's looking pretty good. Everything's growing pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna have a lot of tomatoes this year. So we will can them, preserve them any way we can. I will give away tomatoes. I don't like to waste them. I like to share them. So share with all, you know. What's this? What's this? What's going on right here? She won't focus. It won't focus, but it's interesting. I will check those bugs out. All right, everybody. Y'all hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bud says hi, and we will see y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day.